Welcome back. I'm sure you all know the importance of taking health insurance in life, and if you have taken the same, then you can claim the deduction from total income on payments made towards taking such health cover. But do you know the provisions and extent to which you can claim such deductions? In case you didn't, then in this video, I, CA Ravi Saurabh, will demystify Section 80D for you, under which you can claim deductions for payments made on taking health cover. So let's begin. Deduction under Section 80D is available under Chapter 6A of the Income Tax Act, only to an individual or HUF. In case of an individual, deduction is available if the expenditure is incurred by the individual either on himself or on his family or on his parents. Whereas, in case of an HUF, the deduction is available on the expenditure incurred on the members of the HUF for payments made towards health insurance premium or any preventive health checkup undertaken or any medical treatment. Here, it is pertinent to note that deduction will be available for payments made towards medical insurance premium or towards the cost of health treatment only and only if the said payment is done by any mode other than cash. However, preventive health checkup can be incurred in cash and still be allowed to be claimed as a deduction. Deduction is available to an individual for expenses incurred on self and family and on parents, and the quantum of deduction available is based on the age of the individuals. If the individual or any member of the family are below 60 years of age, then the maximum deduction available is 25,000. However, if the individual or any member of the family is over 60 years, then the maximum deduction available is Rs 50,000. Similarly, if the individual incurs expenditure for his parents and the age of the parents are below 60 years, then the deduction available for such expenses on parents is limited to Rs 25,000. However, if any of the parent is above 60 years of age, then the maximum deduction available is Rs 50,000. Deduction on expenditure on preventive health checkup can be claimed on payments made by the individual either for incurring expenses on himself or his family or his parents. It is important to note that payments made towards such checkup will entitle a taxpayer to a maximum deduction of Rs 5,000 only, and this amount shall be within the overall limit of the deduction allowable under Section 80D. Medical expenditure on health treatment can be claimed by an individual only if the said payments are made for the treatment of senior citizens. Whether such expenses are incurred on the individual himself or any member of the family or the parents of the individuals who are senior citizens. Here, the maximum amount allowed to be claimed as deduction is Rs 50,000, and this amount falls within the overall limit of Section 80D. Now let us understand the maximum amount of deduction available under Section 80D with the help of various scenarios. In the first scenario, if the individual makes any payments towards himself and his family, and none of them are over 60 years of age, then the maximum deduction allowed is Rs 25,000. In the same scenario, if either the individual or any of his family members are over 60 years, then the maximum amount of deduction allowed is Rs 50,000. In the second scenario, if the individual does not take any health cover on himself, but he takes medical cover for his parents, and if the parents are below 60 years, then the maximum deduction available is Rs 25,000. In the same scenario, if any of the parent is above 60 years of age, then the maximum deduction allowed is Rs 50,000. In the third scenario, the individual takes medical insurance of himself and his family and of his parents. But if none of them are over 60 years of age, then the individual can claim Rs 25,000 for himself and family and Rs 25,000 for his parents. That is, a total of 50,000 can be claimed as a deduction. In the same scenario, if any of the parent of the individual is over 60 years, then the individual can claim 25,000 for himself and family and 50,000 for his parents. That is, a total of 75,000 can be claimed as a deduction. In the above scenario, if either the individual or any of his family members are over 60 years, then the individual can claim Rs 50,000 for himself and family and Rs 50,000 for his parents. That is, a total of 1 lakh can be claimed as deduction under Section 80D. Now let us understand this with the help of few examples. Example 1. In this example, Raja has taken medical insurance on himself by paying an amount of Rs 35,000. But since he is less than 60 years of age, the maximum amount allowed as deduction is only Rs 25,000. Hence, he can get deduction of only Rs 25,000. Now, Raja has also taken a medical cover for his father for Rs 40,000. And since his father is over 60 years of age, he can get a maximum deduction of Rs 50,000. But since Raja has spent only rupees 40,000, he can get a deduction of only rupees 40,000. Hence, even though Raja has spent rupees 75,000 on health premiums, he can overall claim a deduction of only up to rupees 65,000. Example 2. In this example, Raja has taken a medical insurance on himself by paying an amount of rupees 19,000, and since he is less than 60 years of age, the maximum amount allowed as deduction is rupees 25,000. But since Raja has paid only rupees 90,000, he can get deduction only to the extent of rupees 19,000. Now Raja has also spent rupees 6,000 on preventive health checkups. But since the maximum amount allowed for expenses on preventive health checkups is only rupees 5,000, he can get deduction only up to rupees 5,000. Hence, even though Raja has spent rupees 25,000 on health premium and preventive health checkups, overall he can get a maximum deduction of only rupees 24,000. Example 3. In this example, Raja has taken a medical insurance on himself by paying an amount of rupees 55,000, and since he is over 60 years of age, the maximum amount allowed as deduction is only rupees 50,000. Hence, he can get a deduction of only rupees 50,000. Now, Raja has also incurred expenditure on medical treatment of his mother to the tune of rupees 60,000. And since his mother is over 60 years, he can get a maximum deduction of rupees 50,000. Hence, though Raja has spent rupees 1,15,000 in medical insurance premium and mother's treatment, he can overall get a deduction of only rupees 1 lakh. Nowadays, health insurance companies allow customers single premium health insurance policy valid for over 1 year. In such a scenario, where the taxpayer has made a lump sum premium payment for a policy that is valid for more than 1 year, then he can claim deduction under Section 80D equivalent to the appropriate fraction of the amount. The appropriate fraction is arrived at by deriving the lump sum premium paid by the number of years of the policy. However, this would be within the overall limits allowed as deduction under Section 80D. Let us understand this with the help of an example. Here, Raja has taken a medical insurance on himself by paying an amount of rupees 60,000. The appropriate fraction amount works out to rupees 30,000. But since Raja is less than 60 years of age, he can get deduction only to the extent of rupees 25,000 in the relevant financial year. I hope after watching this video, all your fundas are pretty clear with regard to the various criteria and the extent to which deduction is available under Section 80D. Please like the video and share it with your family, friends and colleagues. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, then please do it now. Also, do not forget to hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button. Thank you for taking out time to watch my video.